Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Horrocks-Birss from the Academic Skills Centre, and today I'm going to be talking about video presentations. With so much assessment moving online, it's quite possible that you'll be asked to do some of your presentations online rather than in person. This might seem daunting at first if you're not used to recording yourself. Quite frankly, this is a whole new thing for me as well. The transition to online learning is just as big a jump for staff as it is for students. But there are a few things you can do to make this transition a little more comfortable. So first off, I have 4 tips to think about when you're figuring out where to film. First off, you want to think about your background. A plain white background, say a wall, is a really good option, or you can try something that showcases your personality a little more, say a bookshelf. Secondly, you want to arrange your camera nicely at eye level. Having it too low or too high will make up some really unflattering angles. You can use a stack of books to prop it up if your table's not high enough. Thirdly, you want to arrange your lighting. You want to make sure that lighting is coming towards you rather than from behind or to the side. This can be quite tricky, as you'll see that there's a slight unevenness in my lighting right here. What I've done is I've got a window all over off on that side, and I've got a lamp over on that side to provide some balance. It's not perfect, but it does the trick. And finally, you want to make sure to find a quiet environment. Tell that your family or your flatmates that you're filming, and make sure you close all doors and windows. It's amazing what kind of little noise gets picked up. And it's incredibly frustrating if you finally got that perfect take, only to have your dog just rush in at the end. So once you've got your setup right, it's time to think about you and how you're presenting. And firstly, it's really important to say that no one expects you to be a total natural in front of the camera. It's okay to feel a little bit awkward or like out of your comfort zone. But here are a few simple things that will help you improve your presentation skills on camera. Firstly, look at the camera. Just like when you're presenting in person, eye contact is really important. So make sure to be looking at that camera as well. You don't need to stare constantly right at it, but you should be looking mainly at the camera rather than at your picture on the screen. Secondly, wear professional clothes. Choose a top that won't be distracting. So things like bright patterns and stripes can actually create a sort of strobe effect on the screen. And thirdly, stay still. Far too much movement or fidgeting, say touching your hair, touching your face, that's so much more noticeable on camera than it is in person. And fourthly, remember that you're talking to a real person. Like, smile and engage just like you would if the person was right there in the room with you. So, after that long list of do's and don'ts, there are actually a couple ways I want to highlight where video presentations are actually easier than in person. Firstly, recording yourself means that you get unlimited do-overs. You don't need to stress too much about getting the absolutely perfect take, but definitely make the effort to record yourself more than once, definitely multiple times. Take advantage of the fact that you can try it over and over again. So just like you practice an in-person presentation multiple times before giving it, practice several times in front of the camera to get used to recording yourself. And then, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but watch the footage back and note down any annoying habits you have. I know this is awkward, I'm doing it myself, and I absolutely hate it. But it's only by watching yourself back that you'll see all the annoying little twitches and things you have. This can be things like weird hand gestures, speaking too fast, or maybe sitting in a swivel chair and moving back and forth. Big rule, do not sit in a swivel chair. I did that the first time, not again. Then, on top of the advantage of getting to watch it back, video presentations also make it easier to use notes. So say in a live presentation, holding notes can look really awkward, it can cut you off really quickly. But actually in a video presentation, you can have notes basically right in front of you. So, as you can see, I've got my laptop right down here with my notes. Just like in an in-person presentation, you want to avoid simply reading off of a script because that can sound really dull. But you also want to have just a few notes up there to give yourself a sense of where you're going. So perhaps rather than using a laptop, you could also stick up a few sticky notes next to your camera with some of your key points right up there. So there you go. I really hope that these tips have been helpful, and I wish you all the best on your future presentations. Good luck.